tenemos aquí? ¡Epa! Tesita.
¡Que comience el espectáculo!
¿Queremos robarlo o no queremos robarlo?
Listos para estar.
¡Tú puedes!
Listos para estarnos.
¡Ha sido una gran actuación!
Podría tener gracia.
Listos para estarnos.
¡El grupo entero te está animando!
Listos para estarnos.
Mierda. Tiene que haber atacado al otro. Hubiera atacado a este.
¡Esperaba que volvieras! ¿Mejorar mi equipo? ¡Será un placer! ¡Lo estás haciendo genial! ¡Sigue así!
Listos
te preocupes, he hecho fotos de eso. ¿Mejorar mi equipo? ¡Será un placer!
Bueno.
¡Falta poco para ganar!
Listos para alzarnos.
¡Ha sido una gran actuación! Una gran incorporación a la gira. Aquí no se vuela. El primer puesto te sienta muy bien.
Para lo que podía haber pasado, no ha pasado nada. ¿Me interesan dragones o no? Depende.
Esperaba que volvieras.
Vamos a intentarlo, ¿qué?
Muy pronto se revelará su potencial. Si tú vendes, yo compro. Una gran incorporación a la gira.
Segunda mano.
So you just have the Gyarados? That's what you got?
No, I mean, I've got...
By yourself?
Yeah.
He's trading in a few cards to sell a Darkrai Legends promo, and also a Ray EX, and he's getting the Curium.
¡Lo estás haciendo genial! ¡Sigue así!
Come back.
No.
I mean, the market does what the market does, but I just been seeing a whole range of things, so like that's why I just market or priced it at what I did. But yeah, if there's anything else, I mean, to help you, I guess, you know, if you want to trade up for it. But yeah, just let me know. But if not, yeah. What's going on?
Hey, how's it going? Hey.
Good seeing you.
Good seeing you again. Happy Radiant.
Radiant Collection? I do not know. I wish I did. Yeah. But the only like things from that era is just like the black and white full arts and stuff. Actually, I have this one. But yeah, it's a Meloetta. Yeah, of course. This one I haven't priced yet, but yeah, feel free to take a look.
The other one.
Hmm? One's Japanese.
It's gonna go up. I bought this on eBay mid for 120. Not this.
Uh-huh. Pass on these? Oh, I got these from you. Okay. The Origin? The... Because you picked up the Arceus, right? Oh, because that thing is... These right here?
These all recent pickups.
Yeah. No, yeah, I just bought...
These all recent pickups.
No, yeah, I just bought them. That's why there's no stickers on them. Usually I have stickers, but yeah.
How much would this be altogether for renting?
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
So for the black and white stuff, I'll be pretty firm because it's from an era that you can't... And then... I bought the Shining Zard along with some other cards on Friday the day before, and the cards you saw in the picture I didn't price until I got home Sunday night after the show because I wanted to see if any were gradable. It was only then I realized that I couldn't find the Shining Charizard, so I looked everywhere and triple checked this stuff that I took, even the footage of this kid looking through the stack of cards. If you follow me on IG, then you probably saw the stories of this entire ordeal. The kid ultimately did not get the card, but he did trade it away to another vendor. So after the kid told me which vendor he traded to, I reached out to them and thankfully I still put cards with them after the show ended. I was so certain, like 100% sure that the card would have been priced to go by the end of the weekend, but huge shout out to the vendor for not putting the...
No te preocupes, he hecho fotos de eso.
The Shining Charizard in the showcase for some odd reason. The kid shipped the cards back that he traded from the other vendor back to me, which then the day after I met up with the vendor to exchange back our cards. Even though the cards were ultimately returned back to their respective owners, I still like to spread awareness to all organizers, vendors in the DMV area to be on the lookout and blacklist this kid from future shows. Hopefully the screenshots of my IG stories help provide context as well. Alright, just gotta do it for the video. He's trading in a Remix Bout booster box, and then he is getting Arceus V-Star, Origin Form Dialga V-Star, Black Kyurem EX, Cobalion EX, and a Virizion EX, just straight across. So if you guys made it to the end, I really appreciate the support in watching it through. Any vendors out there, just please be wary of any suspicious activity. At any size show, really big or small. Thank you guys for watching, thank you guys for the support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
¡Me has arrinconado!
Acaba de hacer pasis.
folks, Tex here, and we're going to talk Battletech. The topic of this episode is the poster child of the franchise. Yes, that one. To some, it's a gaudy waste of C-bills and a superbly inviting target. To others, it's a brilliantly balanced modular weapon system capable of fulfilling any mission parameters and winning any engagement with a capable pilot. Some call it a Mad Cat. Some call it a Timberwolf. For certain fans, it is the definitive centerpiece to the entire franchise in lore and design emphasis. To the haters, it is the argument of style versus substance incarnate. To the chosen few of the clan war machine, she is a goddess of the battlefield, smiting down the unworthy and righteous fire. To the inner sphere, it is a harbinger of hard times, of uneven fights and dark days ahead. It has been called a game changer, a force multiplier, a mighty engine of war driven by the best in pursuit of their... Oh wait, lying on it and badly made. The Mad Cat continued its rampage, serving brilliantly in the name of Clan Wolf. In nearly every clan equipment tended to blow away fully garrisoned defensive armies like dandelions. As it turns out, having a warrior culture tends to breed effective warriors. Having generations of pilots in a single weapon system and hyper-competitive warrior culture makes for a very effective means by which to wage war. For a time, anyways. In engagement after engagement, the Mad Cat could easily make short work of equivalent tonnage mechs and comfortably swing above its weight. It was not uncommon during this time to hear of a clan-heavy star engaging multiple before retreating with minor damage, leaving all the inner sphere completely humbled. Throughout the invasion, the Mad Cat fought on open lines, planners introducing their inner sphere adversaries to a style of warfare. Things had better stuff and used it to win, seemingly effortlessly. All in all, the Mad Cat is an exceptional weapon system within short, high-intensity conflict, exactly the sort of war the clans excel at. However, that is not to say they haven't found appreciation in the inner sphere. While supremely expensive for a heavy mech at 24,233,124 C-bills, an amount of money that would buy any mercenary company 3 Black Knights, or 17 urban mechs, or an early comfortable retirement, the Mad Cat or Timberwolf has found its place in the hands of pilots rich enough to acquire them, and most visibly in the Solaris 7 arena. Why? Well, it's an Omni-Mech dummy. It can be anything. It's Legos with weapons. It's perfect for small-scale, high-intensity battles where having choice in how you fight is just as important as anything else. It's a mech gladiator's wet dream. It's a masterful weapon system, coveted by all who've seen it fight regardless of their allegiance. Let's move on to the design specs. The Timberwolf began mass production in 2945, giving the designers and industrial base 104 years to work out the kinks before war with the inner sphere began in earnest. In fact, having a system in production for that span of time largely means you have generations of warriors trained to fight with it and figuring out what tactics work best within its designed capabilities. And boy, what capabilities it does have. Unfortunately, for reasons I'll expound upon later, it was decided to be built at one and only one facility on Strana Mechti. This mech was all the rarer during the clan invasion because Clan Wolf realized they had a hell of a war machine and jealously defended it. So much so that the only way for anyone other than Clan Wolf to possess one was through gift giving or battlefield salvage. Fun fact, it's hard to salvage clan technology because salvage is traditionally reserved for winners. As a 75-ton steel and ferrofibers, the Mad Cat gets prime calibration of 86 miles an hour, or miles an hour, with double seats and top-of-the-line technology. The Mad Cat has you covered. Unless you're still shot, it's going to fly, because and move at 50 seconds. Stability, aren't you? Let's get into the makes and models. Primary configuration, or that is the Clan Invasion era primary default standard murder, interfere with ease and then maybe go back to the drinking den version, is a whole lot of ass blasting weaponry on a mobile weapon system. 2 LRM-20s because fuck you at range, 2 ER large lasers to engage targets at medium range, and yes, with Clan Tech, ER large lasers are for medium range, 2 ER medium lasers for lesser medium range, and a medium pulse laser for disco death mode, and 2 machine guns because infantry need to die as well. Alternative configuration alpha, configured specifically for long-range direct fire support. Think asshole sniper and you won't be far off. 2 ER PVCs for long-range shenanigans, 3 medium pulse lasers for short-range shenanigans, and if anyone gets too uncomfortably close, a streak SRM-6 to introduce them to the concentrated hate that is Clanner missile tech. Alternative configuration beta is a confused mess of weapons, offering a bit for everybody and lacking any real focus. To me, it says this is for training. See what you like. You get a Gauss rifle, an LRM-10 launcher, a large pulse laser, a small pulse laser, an SRM-4, and it's all one Artemis 4 fire control system, so the missiles group just a little better, just because they care. Alternative configuration Charlie, well, the Charlie is almost like an alt take on the Prime. You get 2 ER large lasers and an Ultra AC-5 autocannon. You get 2 LRM-15s, and for closer in, you get an ER medium laser and an anti-missile system for any return fire fears. Alternative configuration. This layout, well, sometimes called the Frankenstein, is a series of ideas joined by a theme called I'm here to kick ass and claim bondsmen, and I'm all out of bondsmen. 2 ER PPCs are the primaries, and the secondaries are 4 Streak SRM-6 launchers. 1 on each torso is rear-facing as an option because sneak up on me and get blasted, son. Then they added an ER small laser to shoot birds or something. You're not allowed to shit on tech, apparently, and clanners are sadistic bastards. Configuration Echo centers around the Schedule missile system with 2 ER launchers. Light tag designator and 2 ER large lasers. In a sense that the fire support is Air Force support is needed. Seeing as they pursue the market for Air Force long lost technology for a civilized age, this mech was a horrifying surprise in that it really could and brought the hammer down on things that it couldn't outright destroy. Configuration Foxtrot seems to be more mindful of infantry, and that it wants to kill them. It replaces the pulse laser with an ER medium laser, and with the savings throws those into anti-personnel Gauss rifles because nothing says fun for infantrymen like being exploded. Configuration Hotel is your Swiss Army knife build. 2 LRM-20s with Artemis 4 fire control for long range precise volleys. For close range you get 2 heavy large lasers which reliably delete a ton of armor with every trigger pull. There's also an ER small laser because, as I said, birds are not allowed to shit on clan tech. It's dishonorable. Here's where things get interesting. There are spin-offs on this design. Yeah. The Inner Sphere had the gall to try to copy it and did so with the Rakshasa, which was almost as expensive, far less capable, and generally a disappointment. It's like a Mad Cat that was put together in the dark. Think of it as Diablo 3 to Diablo 2, with 2 being the OG Mad Cat. And it's not a sin that they made a worse mech, it's a sin that they tried. Same lesson stands for Diablo. You hear me, Blizzard? Anyways, in addition, there are 2 generations of offspring for the Mad Cat, the Mark II and 3. Mark II is an assault mech because why not just give it more weapons and armor like a proper asshole? Now it's even more deadly. It comes standard with 2 Gauss rifles and has other things that make you want to cry. It's full bore ridiculous and wonderful to pilot. If the Mad Cat was a wrestler, the Mad Cat 2 would be Macho Man Randy Savage. Because expect the unexpected in the kingdom of madness. Oh yeah. The Mark III is a step in the opposite and some would argue wrong direction. It's a medium mech with definitive design cues taken from the original Mad Cat. Insofar as medium mechs go, it's terrifying. It has 2 LRM-20s, because compromise is for losers. If this mech didn't have notable mighty warriors, it would be a failure. does not disappoint, with quite a few examples for the purposes of this discussion. First notable is Pride spelled after the blood dagger. I'm referring, of course, to Darker Evil Pride, who piloted one with the Tuki at 3052 from Fresno to Roberts Crossing. These tenders made hell for the Coast Guards and fought until they got fourth roommate, taking down a company of war machines with support. These boys was remembered for having good jump jets, adding respectively to its already decent mobility. In addition, the mountain leader broke over the very small is, look, I can read on this character. Just suffice to say he's the setting's dread pirate Roberts. The bounty hunter had two identified builds. The first with large pulse lasers and medium pulse lasers backed by an active full ECM suite and a targeting computer. The second was Jihad era and was a Franken build with large pulse lasers, medium lasers, SRM-4s, streak SRM-4s, anti-personnel Gauss rifles, ER small lasers, targeting computers, coolant pods, and jump jets, plus ammo. Because why not? There's also the many infamous builds for Solaris jocks, but, well, they tend not to last that long. And any secrets they may hold are at the bottom of the smoking crater. And now, if I may, I'd like to offer an unpopular opinion. Having built a solid foundation as an outspoken asshole and battle mech expert with strongly worded opinions, I would like to say the following is an unpopular opinion. Some consider the Mad Cat or Timberwolf a game changer. That it is the stompiest of the stompies, the most DACA of the DACA, the best balanced weapon system there ever was in the setting. But let me state an unpopular opinion, at least a lore-friendly one. What if I say it isn't? What if I say it's a prime example as to why the clanners lost? Right now, somebody is mashing that downvote button, but hear me out. Let's open the history books of the 20th century. There's an army that designs and builds exceptionally lethal weapon systems. An army that arguably has the best fighters, warriors, and training the world has ever seen. At least to that point. This army had mighty warriors who could fight 10 times their number and win. One managed to knock out 168 tanks in a matter of years. When this nation attacked, it easily slowed down, defeating them soundly. Thanks to the organizational but as the war ground on, resources became strained. As the war ground on, power was no longer available. And as it turns out, to make the finest vehicles in the world doesn't mean much if you can't make all that many of them. You can't replace those warriors lost with equally talented ones and in similar numbers. Also, as it turns out, attacking a bunch of people means that ultimately sometimes they will set aside their differences and stop you, and in the process unleash their full industrial power for one purpose: making you die. Consider the following. There were 1,347 Tiger 1 tanks made, ever. Meanwhile, there are 49,234 Shermans. There were 35,488 base model T-34s made during the war, and another 23,213 T-34-85s. While the early T-34 could run maybe 200 clicks before the engines wore out, it was enough to get the job done. History isn't always about quality, it's about quantity. War is not often kind to the side that makes fewer weapons. War does not often reward nations with the audacity to fight a superior industrial base for a prolonged period of time. As well, history's lesson for us seems to be that building all your weapons in relatively few places and relatively few numbers for relatively few carefully chosen people is a bad fucking idea. This is complicated by having an enormously long supply chain, a rigid system of belief that prevents you from utilizing your full might without serious loss of honor. This is then complicated by maintaining a large force of high-tech equipment that may not react well to the rigors of prolonged conflict far from home. And to note that any supplies, replacement parts, or pilots must be sent from far, far away. All of this is then made worse when a war does drag on, because whatever you might think, war has a tendency to change. War has a tendency to surprise both sides. War has a tendency to resolve nothing, but who has the larger industrial base, and who is willing to grind people to dirt for the satisfaction of victory. The Mad Cat made up finest weapons to violence, and many people are uncertain where the battle must go. But, thankfully, it was too late. Intersphere historians but they didn't, because the invasion wasn't planned by especially smart people, just tough seeking glory. The Mad Cat, like many other conflicts, was designed principally for clan warfare, where both sides agree to the rules and regulations. Both sides follow a strict code of honor. Both sides have a limited number of forces to accomplish a strategic objective, and afterward it is resolved, swiftly and without much lingering concern as to supply situations. The Mad Cat, like many other pieces of clan equipment, were designed for limited-scale warfare, between people having galactic slap fights for honor or whatever else. It wasn't until they fought the Sphere that they realized they may have made some goddamn mistakes. But that's a story for another time. To sum things up, the Mad Cat is an awesome weapon of war with few notable exceptions. Those exceptions being if you have to pay for it, repair it, buy spare parts, support logistics, and or fight a prolonged conflict within your inventory while spare parts and pilots are many hundred light years away at best. Also, I want to say this, and this may strike some people wrong. I am an asshole. This is an opinion. You can disagree with me. But I'm still an asshole. I want to thank Sarna.net for being the best fucking wiki in the universe, and an awesome source of information, inspiration, and deep lore knowledge. I want to thank my editor who puts up with my nonsense, foregoing any social interaction for long periods of time to make sure the Urban Mech memes flow like water. I want to thank my fan base, who fund this nonsense month after month because they like throwing money at an idiot like me. Thank you for tuning in. Next time, the catapult.
Mysterious invaders known as the Clan.
Don't call me.
Hey, you like Battle Mech? I own Discount Dan. I would like to tell you about my business. Discount Dan Mech Superstore, warehouse, spare parts, and term life insurance emporium. Let me ask you something, Brendo. Are you at all interested in the way of war? You want to be feared? You want to be respected? Looking for a killing tool because you broke the last one? Then come on down to Discount Dan's Surplus Mech Warehouse in Triple F Burger, Iron Arena South End, and Solaris.
No te preocupes, he hecho fotos de eso. Yo en tu lugar empezaría a ir moviendo esbirros.
Es que si me saliera...
el equipo. Falta poco para ganar.
El poder de robar. Ahí estamos. Y al final nos han sobrado estas birras. Andábamos sobrados, oyes.